don't know. It's just a really weird case.
And I'm sure the cops thought the same thing.
Leaves a lot of questions.
And they probably tried and thought about it, but there's just no evidence to, steer them down the path. They may have, who knows, some of them may have thought 100% that, that guy did it or had someone, involved in some way.
Well, and some people speculated, the folks that believed that maybe the son-in-law was involved also speculated that perhaps the car not starting had been intentional so that they would go get this neighbor who had a private investigator background.
Another witness.
Because he was a good witness.
Yep.
To go over there with them. And that's why, they took so long to contact law enforcement.
Right. That's crazy.
Well, it is all very crazy. And, who knows if this case will ever be solved? It's over 40 years old.
I wish I'd find out who damn did it.
Want that money, huh?
Well, I could use that. 40,000. And actually, I would just want to bring the killer to justice.
Well, that, and
and if I got $40,000 for doing that, so be it.
There needs to be some closure to this case. It's really hard for families to go all those years and never really know what happened.
Yeah, because
why? I'm a why person. I want to know if someone's explaining to me, this is how you do this. This is why this happens. I'm like, why? I need to know the why. My brain just wants to know. I need a reason. I need to know why. And so I would just be like, I want to know why this happened. Did my dad owe money? Was it random? That would be the important part for me, would just to know, why this happened.
Well, I think that's the saddest thing. And when something horrible like that happens to a family, because they all had mothers, fathers, brothers, sisters, cousins, a family. Who knows how big their families were, but it left all these people, like you said, wondering why. And you need that why and closure, I think, so you can have a starting point. It's never going to be good or the same. It's always going to be horrible. I can only imagine losing loved ones like that.
Well, and over the years, this cold case has haunted this community.
Yeah.
Residents locking their doors, looking over their shoulder. Do we have a madman? Do we have killers lurking in our backyard? And the fact that it's unsolved also it leaves a little bit of that eerie, ugh. Even all this time later, because it's how could this happen? And this could still happen to us today.
Even, the community even needs closure. Yeah, you're right. Especially in smaller communities where people tend to know of each other at least more, instead of a big city. But yeah, so I guess we likely will never know why.
Yeah, maybe not. With the advancement of DNA and different technology, there might be a time when they are able to solve this case. But, every week, month, year that passes, decade that passes, it just becomes harder and harder to solve this case because suspects, people who may have been involved, they may have passed away by now.
They died.
Because Bryce Durham was 51 when this happened, and this was 48, I can't do math, but so many years ago.
This was a lot of years ago.
Yeah, he would have been he would be in his 90s.
Right,
today.
He'd be old as Moses.
So if he had attackers who were in their 30s or 40s, they're going to be elderly.
Oh yeah, I hear this all the time when I listen to podcasts, especially the ones that are we're going to figure out what happened in this, or we're going to get the case where, the ones that really dig in, like that cool one you pointed out to me, or someone on our Facebook actually mentioned Helen Gone.
Oh, right. That's a good one.
And I was listening to the first season of that, and it's just they're intent on uncovering new evidence.
In the case of the Durham family, again, cold case, unsolved, and you're listening to Mountain Murders. If you want to support our podcast, you can find us on Patreon, Mountain Murders Podcast. For just a couple of bucks a month, you can sign up, be a patron, and get exclusive content delivered just for you. We also have our Facebook page, Mountain Murders. We have Twitter. You can find us there under Mountain Murders. And then, of course, if you look for Mountain Murders Podcast on Instagram, you can follow us there. And always hit subscribe. Give us 5-star reviews. We like that.